Dog Weekend has a Friday game, and it's only on Peacock. Packers, Eagles, the NFL First Friday on Peacock, live from Sao Paulo.
Welcome to Good Morning Football, presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky, live here in Los Angeles. My name is Jamie Erdahl. That is Akbar Bajabiamila, Peter Strager, Kyle Brandt in the aftermath of our playoff team dedication day yesterday. It is prediction week. Kyle, what is on tap today?
All kinds of things. We have tough questions to answer today. Not only we're going to name a team that we think has the best shot of dethroning the Chiefs, which really isn't part of prediction week, just the side next to the plate. But the real main course today, the real sirloin, is naming our most valuable player of the 2024 season. You're going to pick quarterback, or you're going to take a chance on a running back? Who is it going to be? We're all going to name the MVP for this year, and you guys will all love it. I promise. There'll be no complaints, right?
Yesterday was a day of playoff teams, and the response that I got, not only on social media, which I've learned to just take like a Kevlar vest and just fight off like Neo in the Matrix, just from the tweets. It's fine. I can hang up. Trying. Yeah. Also, people around the league texted me.
What they got?
People watch our show. It's on in the building.
They got.
And it's just like, really? Broncos? Really? Seahawks? Really? You're gonna the Rams to win the division? So people are watching, and we know that our network is on and beaming through a lot of different televisions in a lot of different places right now. So hang tight. We're going to have our MVP picks today.
Yeah, you know, what's weird for me is that, this is new.
Yeah.
I've never been in any controversial things like this.
Yeah.
But when your homies that I go all the way back from,
I like this.
From high school, from Crenshaw.
Oh, no.
They're blocking me.
They're blocking you?
Yeah, my boy B. Reed. He's a Minnesota Vikings fan.
Yeah.
And I gave him no love, and we played hoops since we were kids, and he won't talk to me. I'm like,
does B. Reed really weigh into Sam Darnold? Does he have a point? Is he you got to pick the Vikings?
No, well, he won't. I can't find out. I can't find out. I said, look, I'm boys with Kevin O'Connell. Does that count for anything?
You're talking about Eve from Entourage?
Yeah, it literally went from blue to green. I'm like, oh yeah.
Got that big, that block. Yep. It's time for the lead block.
Yeah, it sure is.
Speaking of being blocked, so let's go to lead block. Tomorrow, feels so good to say.
Yeah, it is tomorrow.
There is football being played.
Say it again. Jamie, like little orphan Annie. Come on.
Tomorrow.
Hey.
The sun's going to come out tomorrow.
Because football is being played.
Actually don't, unless you do it with one of our partners.
Please don't, unless you're with one of our betting partners.
$250 bonus bets back. No.
Right.
We could not be more amped to watch the Chiefs take on the Ravens. Travis Kelce shares in our joy.
Ready to rock. I've never been more excited, to be honest.
I'm curious if the coaches have talked to you for week one, at least, in terms of managing your snap count.
No, and I probably wouldn't listen to him if they did.
All right. I liked his exuberance off the top of that answer. He's ready to go. He's fired up, as are we, to talk naturally. Biggest threat, as Kyle mentioned, to the Chiefs. Peter, if you had to write it on a whiteboard now.
Yeah.
Who would it be?
Okay, so I'm taking this in an angle of X's and O's, yes, but also if you're the Chiefs and tomorrow you're facing this game and it's winning in and we continue or we lose, we're not who are we most fearful of? And I would say it's a team that's taken to the brink so many times and just hasn't been able to put them down the last few years. And a team that I think has spent the entire offseason watching that tape. I think it's the 49ers still.
Yeah.
I think it's still the 49ers.
Got a couple shots at that thing.
Oh, they sure have.
They really have, Peter.
They sure have. We look, they get to the Super Bowl, obviously, by beating the Packers, but you go to the Super Bowl, and it's like we had these guys on the Kyle, they were up 10 points in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl in 2020, right?
That was the super spreader as well, wasn't it?
That was the super spreader. That's where this whole thing got kicked off. And, Jimmy G misses the pass, obviously, to Emmanuel Sanders, and you can't just blame that. There were several defensive breakdowns, too, and Mahomes shows his majesty, gets his first ring. You fast forward 4 years later, and suddenly you're in the same exact situation, and gosh, they've been airing the Super Bowl on our network.
Yeah, it's
you
so
said
fun
you
to
watched it. They've been airing it
really
just
fun.
on loop. It's fun for everyone but a Niners fan because you taste it. There's so many chances. And Last night we saw America's Game, which was the tribute video and tribute series, which is a tradition like no other here on this network. The Tuesday night of Super Bowl,
Kickoff week.
We show it, and you're watching it.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat. Leave comments below. This is a make or break season for him. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. As we get situated here, I got to tell you, we're moving through the week, man, and we are cruising. Wednesday, we're the 4th already, September. People back in school. People are excited about that. All the parents out there, happy joining us today. I know yesterday we had a lot of conversation about some political conversation, obviously. Now we're back in track. We're back to the NFL. A little bit of conversation there we're going to dive into. We got the Miami Dolphins news and rumors. They re-sign Coach McDaniel. They extend Coach McDaniel. We're going to go to that. Talk about Tua. Brian Flores, the difference between McDaniel and Flores, all the way down the chain to Kamala Harris has a fake or counterfeit ad for the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles jumped on that quick and said, absolutely not. That's not us. I'm going to talk about that in a second. I have a video here for you to show you what's going on out in Philadelphia, what happened. Guys, welcome back to the show. Good morning to you. If you're watching it live, we appreciate you. Hit that like button right now. If you just joined us for the first time, we're live every day, sports, entertainment on this platform. Every day at 10 a.m., we got live play-by-plays for all the games. Guys, welcome back to the show. And let's dive into it right now. Let's get excited about it. I got my coffee lined up right here. Thank God for that. Cup of Joe right there, ready to get me rocking and rolling, get me energetic, ready to go for today's show. Guys, welcome back to the live stream. We're diving into it today. And the first conversation we got, Dolphins agree. 3-year contract extension with McDaniel. The truth is right now, people want to know, and I think you guys also, people were talking about a live stream before, and also, was it worthy? Is he worthy of that contract? What do you guys think in the chat right now? Was this a great decision for the Miami Dolphins to get out there and obviously extend that contract? Was that a great decision? Did they do the right thing? Was it well deserved? And obviously, Coach McDaniel has taken them to the playoffs basically every year he's been there, right? He brings them there. The question is he winning the big games, right? Is he winning playoff games in the postseason? No. Like that's the honest answer right now. No, right? He's really not winning those games, but has he made a difference to the Dolphins organization? Did he step in at the right time and he's doing the right things? Is he making the right moves? And realistically, do you think that he's a better situation? Brian Flores, we'll get to in a second about a little bit of the camaraderie and the changes right there. But the question remains right now is they agreed to the 3-year extension. Was this a great idea for the Miami Dolphins? I pulled this up right now. Take a picture. I mean, the relationship that he has with Tua, first and foremost, has been what they needed in Miami. This is what they really needed. They needed people out there to come in and rebuild his, I guess, his emotions, his ability to become the quarterback, the starting quarterback in the National Football League, but more importantly for the Miami Dolphins. I think Coach McDaniel's doing that. I think his goal to get out there and step up to the plate and take on what has happened. Can they rebuild Tua? I'm going to get to it in a second. Has he grown up? How have the years passed? And what has, really been done? And was, honestly, is McDaniel the guy for the job? I mean, at the end of the day, he steps in. He's a little quirky. I'll tell you that right now. I like watching him out there. Some of the press conferences, he's jogging on the field, jogging off the field. He always has some kind of way about him, right? I got some pictures here I want to show you. And I got a video I'm going to show you in a second. But when I see like this kind of character, I'm like, this guy, he's a little quirky, right? I pull pictures up like this. And then, he can get back to business as well. He can get back to business, and you see him out there, rocking and rolling. He got the money. He got the payday, a 3-year deal. It's not like they went out there and they said, hey, we're going to sign you to a 5-6-year contract. We really believe in you. So there's a couple questions I got. Like as a head coach of an organization, it always takes years to build properly. If you show up to a team that's winning, if you show up to the Chiefs this year, and last year Andy Reid took them to the Super Bowl, and you show up, you got some big shoes to fill. Right now, the Miami Dolphins, what they need to win now. The problem is it's time to win for the Dolphins. They got everything lined up, and we're going to that right now, some conversation. But more importantly, was it worthy? Do you think McDaniel deserved the extension? Winning games? Yes. Not winning the big games, not winning playoff games just yet, but getting him there, rebuilding, I think the players, nobody has anything bad to really say about them. And that's kind of important in a program, right? That's kind of important. And I just showed you the relationship that he has with Tua. Who's the sheriff in town? That's the guy that's runs your operations on the offensive side, the guy that steps up every single play, touches the football, whether it's a run play or a pass play. He's got to go out there. He's lifted the spirits of Tua, and I think that was important. For all the people that are watching today in the live stream, all the people, the Dolphins fans that will come in later that say, hey, I don't know. Is he winning the big games? No, but is he a good coach? Honestly, yes, he's motivating. He's got guys out there ready to play football. He's telling them how good they are, how gifted they are. And they probably needed that little lift. Why? Because they have a lot of great talent on that football team. And as I move forward here for a second, before we dive into more conversation on that, it's how does Coach McDaniel compare to Flores? Right? That's a question that we have to talk about. And this is part of why they extended the contract. I looked at what they had and what was going on. And I look right here. How does he compare to Flores? And the hard part about it was Flores did not have the team. He did not have some of these players. He didn't have the Tyreek Hill on the extended contract, the Jaylen Waddle, all these new players that are coming. Look at how stacked the Dolphins organization is right now. And I'm not saying that there's a reason as to why he should have treated Tua in any kind of way. That's not what I'm saying right now. I'm just talking at the level head of the coach position, the players you have, the ability to get you to the playoffs, get you to postseason and so on, whatever wild card games, and get to the Super Bowl. Coach Brian Flores, I think he wanted to be a good coach. Too tough on Tua, maybe too tough on players. And I think that relationship, when he came out and he goes, hey, I apologize. He basically, when he heard what was going on, when he heard what Tua was saying about him, saying he was a terrible person, yada, 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 he stepped up to the plate. And when he did come to the plate, he said, look, I want Tua to have the best, and I will learn from this experience. And I will tell you, that was the best. That was honestly the best type of answer that I would even imagine anybody even given, right? The fact that he stepped up to the plate and he heard what Tua had to say, and he probably felt like he was bad-mouthed a little bit, right? You guys agree in the chat right now? Like, do you think that he felt bad-mouthed? Obviously, probably well-deserved in a lot of play. If Tua said Brian Flores was a terrible person, obviously locker room, conversation, treated him poorly, XYZ, you have to think that Tua is a very reputable person. He doesn't cross people to someone that will do something wrong, someone that will lie, shows up from Hawaii, played at Alabama, was in a big organization there. Nick Saban had him stepped up pretty early on. And then obviously Brian Flores comes into the picture, and I think Brian Flores was a little too tough on him, or maybe a lot too tough on him, and it was a different personality. And sometimes in the National Football League, a lot of people say, they're professionals. They're older. They should be able to do it. I think sometimes people don't realize that people do have to be coached a little bit different. Now, I'm not saying you got to be tough on this guy and not tough at all on this person. I'm just saying there's a different choice of words you give to players from different backgrounds. And I think Tua was one of those guys that wanted respect from his organization. He wanted the team to look up to him. And he wanted them to really just believe in him coming in from college football from Alabama and then showing up and being in an organization where they're like, we got to win right now. Like, it's time to win right now. You look at the situation, and the Tua really needed this blessing of someone who's going to, coach him in a way where he felt like he was part of an organization that they loved him. They wanted to protect him. They wanted him there. And I think that's really, really important. And I have other pictures too and other clips here where it shows Tua actually with his involvement outside of that, but just you can see the love and respect that Tua was getting at this point from McDaniel. And I don't know if McDaniel, there's two options here. Like, either Coach McDaniel, that's just his way about him, like that's just his way, or it's the simple fact that he noticed that Tua really needed that love and support, and he said, we got to fix this situation. And I got to tell you, both of them are great. If he showed up and he goes, I got to give you a lot of love and encouragement right now, I got to do that because I see it and it's a passion to fix that. Or if it's just his way, both of those are awesome things, obviously, for the Miami Dolphins, and they needed that in the worst way. And that extension, it's well-deserved. I'm not saying that he's taking them to Super Bowls, winning playoff games just yet, but he got back there. He's building that team. He wants to build the franchise. The players like him. The ownership obviously likes him. And I think the fans like him. I think the fans at first were like, little quirky. Like, he's the guy when your dad's away from home and you run the house, like, and all these funny things going on. But let's dive into this for a second right now and why this is a bigger piece of the pie. They got the extension, right? Tyreek Hill gets his extension. and all this is going on, how has Tua changed over the years, right? Like, that's a conversation I want to know how you got. How has Tua, as an NFL quarterback, as someone that's in the NFL, has he changed over the years? Is he the same person? Is in the live stream right now, is Tua the same person? Is Tua growing? Is Tua building? And good morning to you guys. Candy, Roger, MJ, Brittany, Annie, everyone that's coming in here this morning. Tracy, I'm trying to scroll up so I can see people's names here. Leave a message right now in the chat. Richard Pops is in the building. Leave a message right now in the live stream so I can say your name on here right now. I'm trying to scroll up and see people's names. My eyes are terrible, as you guys know. And that is why I got to fix this situation here. But how has Tua actually changed over the years? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how has he changed? Has he grown? Has he done things different? Is he coming out through the tunnel a little bit more like, hey, this is my team right now? And I think what you're going to see this year is you're going to see a quarterback that goes, okay, I got paid my money. I've been here. I've proved that I can throw the football. I've proved that I can be a good, talented quarterback. And now that he's in the National Football League right now and he's got to put up or shut up, this is the time. The Miami Dolphins, a lot like the Dallas Cowboys, this is the time. You got everything under your belt. We're going through the second. Are the Miami Dolphins a Super Bowl team or not? If you're in the live stream right now, hit that like button right now and subscribe. Brenda, good morning to you coming into the building as well. Are the Miami Dolphins a Super Bowl team, yes or no? And how has Tua changed? And I'm looking at it right now, coming through the tunnel, doing what he's done, and then now I'm saying, look, I got my money, I got my talent, I got my players. I literally look around the locker room. I mean, this guy's got more receivers than anybody even needs to win a Super Bowl. He's got a great running back in Mostert. I got some pictures there I pull up. He's got a fan base that is excited about him. He has grown over the years. He's gone through the obstacles. We just talked about it here for a second. We saw what was going on. A tough situation with Brian Flores. It was tough. It was a struggle for him. He felt like he was basically beat down mentally, not physically, just beat down from a coach that was too tough on him. He gets his new coach, right, and McDaniel, who he loves and cherishes, and they love that atmosphere. So he has grown over the course of time, and right now the conversation is right now, realistically, when you step up to the plate, when you look at what's actually going on, he has grown, he's matured, he's got his coaching staff. And now here's the question. Are the Miami Dolphins a Super Bowl team now that they have all the pieces together? Right? We got to ask that question. Are the Miami Dolphins a Super Bowl team? I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just asking you, are they a Super Bowl talented team? And the reason why I'm asking that is they got everything. I mean, they literally, the reason why we're talking about this today is obviously Coach McDaniel just got that extension, 3-year extension to be the coach of the Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, we got pictures of Tyreek Hill getting his big time money. Like, he gets his money. Jaylen Waddle has got his money, right? We can go on and on and on. Jaylen Waddle's got his money. They bring in OBJ. OBJ's in the locker room running around now too, right? They got Poyer, who comes in there. They got another safety that came in the building that can ball out, right? Obviously, they even got Ramsey. I mean, they got a lot of great talent. Even Mostert, the running back Mostert. And then, like, just this right here, literally watching this guy, Tyreek Hill, the ability to see what he does on a daily basis. I mean, these guys have everything they need to win a Super Bowl. Like, what are they missing, right? Like, what is the key component that they are missing right now is what we're really talking about. Like, are the Miami Dolphins a Super Bowl team now? Because if they're not now, what can they get late? Like, what can they add to the roster? Can they get a better quarterback? Can they find someone that's better than Tua? It's possible, right? Can you get a better receiver? Not really. Like, I mean, you have everything you need with Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, and then you also have OBJ joins the roster. There isn't much more talent that you can give them, like, on there. And then obviously Tua gets his payday. He's excited. He's extended. McDaniel's extended. Like, all these people now, it is really put up or shut up time right now for the Miami Dolphins. And really, honestly, the biggest thing right now, I'll be honest, is the fan base. The fan base is like, we got to win now. Like, there's just no more bullshit. There's no more crap talk. It's win now. How do you guys feel about the Miami Dolphins fans? Like, that's a big part of your organization. I will tell you this right now. The biggest downfall that I see with the Miami Dolphins right now, obviously, is the fan base. They're there for you. They support you. They love you. But let me tell you something. Week 1, they're showing up rocking and rolling, win or lose. Week 2, we're rocking and rolling. Let me tell you, if you start off a 1-4 or 1-3, if you go down that road, it's going to start feeling like this out there in that stadium. And let me tell you something. I've been to Jets games, Jets-Dolphins games, where there was more Jet fans in the damn stadium. And that's because they start to get butthurt about it, and they're behind their team. And look, the fans are paying. They want to see their city win. And every time you go to a Dolphins game, like I've been telling you all the time with all love and respect, they show that team that had an undefeated season, the perfect season from a long time ago. And people are like, yeah, that was a long time ago. Can we move on from that? Now, that's the question I want to talk to you about right now. And when we move on for a second, the next piece of the pie here is obviously Kamala Harris has a fake and counterfeit ad with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And I got live video for that. But right now in the chat, are the Dolphins a Super Bowl team or no? And I just explained it to you real quick. I just showed you what just happened on a brief nutshell. If you just joined us right now, Coach McDaniel gets that extension. They're excited about it. They got their team. They got him. They got Tua. They got Tyreek Hill extended. Did you go down the locker room and look at everybody? Everybody's making money. And now the fans are like, we want to win football games. We want to get to playoff games. We want to win now. And I got to tell you, I agree with them. I agree that it's put up or shut up time for the Miami Dolphins, similar to the Dallas Cowboys. We're moving on here to the next piece of the pie. We got a lot to talk about right now with the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow. Kamala Harris has fake Eagles endorsement. Now, why this is important is for a couple reasons. Now, and again, I'm not on here to say that this was Kamala Harris's fault. I got a live video for you guys. As you know, we changed law on this platform right now. I'm going to show you a video in a second. But these ads, this ad campaign through all these locations showing up, and it's like a digital thing. We're going to pop up at bus stops, like bus locations. And Kamala Harris, the Eagles endorse Kamala Harris, which is not true. It is counterfeit and it is fake. And the Eagles jumped at this so damn fast. People were like, what the hell is going on? Like, whoa. You guys believe that? Have you guys seen this? In the chat right now, put a Y for yes if you've seen it. Put an N for no in the chat right now. In the chat, put a yes if you're watching this live. Yes, I saw this, or no, I didn't see. If you're watching this later, comment and let us know, did you see this, yes or no? This is what I want to show you right now. And I got the video clip for you here in a second. I'm going to show it to you. But this is what it is. There's ads where it's we endorse Kamala Harris and the Philadelphia Eagles font and showing the Eagles logo. She's wearing a football helmet and all this and that. And the shit is not even real. So the conversation leads to, for me, is like, how is that actually happening, right? We're going to show that clip right now. Let me get this up because I took a clip, and you know how they do it. Sometimes they block it. They won't let us show it, but I got to do it, and I pulled it up for you guys right here. Watch this right now. Check this out.
To show a cartoon resembling Harris carrying a football and wearing an Eagles helmet with the text, Kamala, official candidate of the Philadelphia Eagles, written in Eagle-style font. Photos of the ads have been widely shared on social media today. In a post on X, the Eagles say they're working with their advertising partner to have the counterfeit ads removed. We know one ad has been removed, and we were able to find 2 more still up tonight. So far, no one has said that they posted them. Intersection Media, who owns the bus shelters where the ads were spotted, says it's aware at least 5 of the bus
How does this happen, right?
They say, quote, while our bus shelters have locks that typically prevent the installation of unauthorized copy by non-intersection staff, occasionally people find a way to unlock.
How does this happen? For real, how does this happen?
Unauthorized copy. We know that the Eagles in Intersection had nothing to do with the creation or posting of this unauthorized copy, and Intersection staff will be removing the ads as soon as possible. Now, we here at Fox 29, we've reached out to the city of Philadelphia and the Harris Walls campaign for comment. We have not yet heard back from either. Fox 29's own Steve Keeley catching up with one Eagles fan from South Philly.
He's removing it now.
Into his own hands. He went to 34th and Walnut, and you can see he's actually covering one of the ads with the tweet the Eagles posted about the ads being fake. He says he's fine with people expressing their opinion, but he's not okay with spreading.
Now, what you just saw, what you just witnessed, and what I just witnessed was an ad that was placed Okay, these ads are popping up in bus stops and locations. And why this shit is crazy to me and why it's confusing to me is because when you ask yourself this question, how is it possible for the city, and how can this happen? Like AT&T gets hacked by other countries, right? And now we have stuff like this. And honestly, at one point it's like, okay, she might get a little bit of notoriety, like she's part of the Philadelphia Eagles at first. People are like, this is bullshit, whatever. But then all of a sudden, after you see that, it's almost like it comes off like it could help her, and then it's like it hurts her. Because all these people now were like, whoa, that was a fake and that was counterfeit. And how did that happen? And then the Eagles immediately jump to this situation. They jump to the rescue and go, no, that wasn't us. We want to make it very clear right now that that was not us. Eagles fans are out there. People actually get mad. People were yelling. I know people, the quarterback, Jaylen Hurts, people have things to say about this. And all I'm saying is, how does it happen in the first place? And it wasn't on one location. This was on multiple locations. This was on multiple locations. And if I got to pull it up again, if you guys just joined us right now, I gotta let you guys see this one more time. If you're just joining us, I just want to know if you've seen it or not. I'm going to show you one more time. We're going to try to fix this audio so you can hear it better. But this is the live footage of the Kamala Harris fake endorsement and counterfeit. I'm not blaming her for it. That's not what I'm doing right now. If you're just joining us right now, I'm not blaming her for it, but I want you guys to see actually what is going on right now. So I'm going to pull it up right now again for you guys to see. And I'm going to pull it up, watch the video of these fake ads, endorsements one more time to watch what's going on in Philadelphia and how they even let it happen.
A cartoon resembling Harris carrying a football and wearing
a football helmet.
The text, Kamala, official candidate of the Philadelphia Eagles, written in Eagle-style font. Photos of the ads have been widely shared on social media today. In a post on X, the Eagles say they're working with their advertising partner to have the counterfeit ads removed. We know one ad has been removed, and we were able to find 2 more still up tonight. So
more ads are still up.
Said that they posted them. Intersection Media, who owns the bus shelters where the ads were spotted, says it's aware at least 5 of the bus shelters were vandalized. They say, quote, while our bus shelters have locks that typically prevent the installation of unauthorized...
They're calling it vandalized.
Intersection staff, occasionally people find a way to unlock the ad box and insert unauthorized copy. We note that the Eagles in Intersection had nothing to do with the creation or posting of this unauthorized copy, and Intersection staff.
The Eagles jumped to it real quick and shut the shit down immediately.
Now, we here at Fox 29, we've reached out to the city of Philadelphia and the Harris Walls campaign for comment. We have not yet heard back from either.
You guys can hear this, okay? Put a Y in the chat if you can hear that video, okay?
Man from South Philly who took matters into his own hands. He went to 34th and Walnut, and you can see he's actually covering one of the ads with the tweet the Eagles posted about the ads being fake. He says he's fine with people expressing their opinion, but he's not okay with spreading false information.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. This kind of stuff continues to happen, and I'm not saying that people don't hack things. I'm not saying that this is her fault. I'm not saying that, hey, we should all blame her for this happening or this, opportunity for people to get out there and try to promote and this kind of stuff. I'm not saying that this doesn't happen, but what I am saying is the next day, all this stuff is so, you still have other locations that are so posted with this. It's like this company must be sleeping. The whole world's talking about it. People are confused. People in Philadelphia, Eagles fans are like, this is bullshit. We didn't, that's not really true. Eagles, the organization is mad about it because they didn't endorse her in any kind of way. And then that's a problem, right? Because now you have people out there that are like, yeah, we should endorse her. And you have all these people on the team like, no, we didn't endorse her. And it causes turmoil in the locker room, too. The conversation, let me tell you something. There is sometimes some awkward conversations in the locker room. People from different places, different backgrounds, different upbringing, right? And people are not happy with some of this shit. I'm just breaking it down for you to understand. People are not happy about this. And that leads us to the next piece of the pie right now. Obviously, that false advertisement, yada, yada, yada. But this leads me to the next piece of the pie right now. I want to talk about, should NFL teams get involved in politics? Do you feel that it would be smart at all, or yes or no? Do you think they should get involved? And I'm asking this question because the NFL, obviously, when you're thinking about politics and you're thinking about what you can do as a coach, as an organization. You want people to be able to express themselves in the best possible way. But the problem that I think is going on is it divides your locker room. It divides viewers. It divides fans even more than we already have a division of. Like, we already have all kinds of division going on in the world in general. So it's not like we need any more of that. But at the end of the day, what I want to say is, and we brought this up before in our live stream, is politics in the NFL leads to this, right? It just does. And I'm not saying there's not a time and place. I'm not saying that, he shouldn't express himself. I'm not saying Colin Kaepernick shouldn't want to have the right movements in place. I'm not saying that, and I had a whole live stream on that. I'm not claiming to say that people shouldn't represent themselves, in a way that they can get out there and promote how their feelings are or what they're getting involved in and yada. But what I'm asking is, do you think the NFL should get involved in this in a way where they're speaking up about politics? My opinion is it will become a problem. Like, I'm not saying that they shouldn't support for a good cause. If something bad happens, they should say, hey, we support a good cause. You're watching this right now. Hit that like button right now. Let me know what you think right now. Comment in the chat. Let me know what you think. And put USA out there. We got to support our country. We have to continue building our country. And without having a good country, we have no football. And I keep talking, that's why we talk about politics a little bit. But should the NFL get involved at all? Right? They had the end zones, the Black Lives Matter, and they went through that whole thing. And look, I understand that. Like, when you go through, they have Black History Month, then they have all different kinds of months, and they're showing love and light and all that. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't show light and show love in certain directions. And it's nice to see that sometimes, right? It's nice to get out there and do. The problem is if they get too involved and they start letting some of this stuff fly too far, it takes over the organizations, right? It takes over the NFL. It starts taking to the fan base. And then guess what? If your fan base isn't happy, the whole reason why you own an NFL franchise is you love sports. I get it, right? And it makes sense. But if you're not keeping these people happy, if you're not keeping those butts in seats, if you're not keeping those Eagles fans at home watching your games on Sundays or Thursdays or Mondays at this point, if you're not keeping those people happy and you're not filling these seats right here, right? Like, if you're not doing this, and again, that was Dolphins. We got the Eagles fans out here. If you're not doing that, then the problem is you're not making any money. And so the whole point of this, obviously, is for fans to do what they want to do, but the organizations, should they get so far involved? And when I say that, speaking up on these topics, maybe educating, what they could do is educate their team. Like, look, we are one in this locker room, kind of like, almost like, remember the Titans kind of thing. Like, we're one in this locker room. Outside this locker room, people are going to say dumb shit. Doesn't really matter. What matters are, we are a football team. And as a young kid, you learn this kind of stuff. You are on the team together. You are looking out for each other. Your brother's on the team, white, black, Spanish, freaking Jewish. It doesn't matter what type of background you come from. If you're in that locker room, you fight and you play together. People are going to get hurt. People are going to injure. People die on the football field. So what I'm saying is, in general, they need to bring that together and shine light on that as a unit. But to get out there and be involved in politics like loud outside of the locker room, I just think could be a bad decision. Getting out there and being helpful for a good cause, very good thing, right? But to get out there and symbolize, and people are kneeling on the field, some people are standing, these people mad at these people, the media is covering the wrong things, that is where things could go severely south. And that's why I'm breaking it down in a way where I just think that's a bad situation, right? It's a bad situation. That's why when this fake endorsement, counterfeit endorsement with Kamala Harris, with the fake Eagles endorsement that I just showed you the video of, why this was like such a bad thing for the Eagles, and it's like they're panicking, right? Get this down right now. It's a panic because they got to get it removed right now. Look, it already hit social media. So if you take it down right now or you take it down tomorrow, the damage, if there's damage, I have to say it like that, the damage is done if there's damage, right? It's already been in all these things. It showed how easy they can hack these systems again. They can put a picture of anything they want on it. They just put that picture. Whoever hacked that system, okay, can put a picture of whatever they want on there, and it will be rocking and rolling for everybody to see. Can you imagine they put a picture on there or a video up there that should not be on there, and people are just witnessing this walking down the street? Like, that's really what happened. Like, that's what transpired. And so at the end of the day, I want to shine light on that because I think this is important to understand, especially during election time period. Some artists or some kind of graphic or creator, content creator, whatever, created this little thing here and put it up on there for people to see at several bus stations. And the problem is the next day, some of these things are still up. So it's like, are these people sleeping? Like, I'm being honest, like, they got to be asleep. Because if I turn on and I own one of these companies, like, whoa, you got to go on the computers right now. You got to fix that situation. Somebody hacked the system, locked it, did something. And now people and the Eagles were panicking to get that removed. So I appreciate you guys. I just want to tell you, coming into live stream today, obviously, Coach McDaniel gets that extension. The Miami Dolphins have great players. They're all over the place with talent, rocking and rolling from receivers to running backs to, the coach is extended. Tua's got his money. They have a great opportunity all the way down to conversation today with Kamala Harris, fake endorsements with the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot is happening, obviously, throughout the week already. Football season's getting ready to get started. And I'm just saying, as the football season gets ready to get started, we're excited about it. On this platform, we're live every single day. Make sure to like button, subscribe. And yesterday we had a shit ton of people in here because we're talking about politics. I'm sports entertainment every day on this platform. I'm giving you updated news, things that are going to happen in the morning. Promise you, if something big happens, I'm going to put it on right here. So all you got to do in the mornings at 9:55, jump in the building. We go live at 10. You come right in here, communicate with me live at 9:55. Guys, be here early, communicating. We'll bring people in here. When the countdown starts, we're rocking and rolling. I'm going to tell you everything that's going to happen that you need to hear. I promise you. I'll bring it right here on this platform right in the morning for you guys to get. So you don't got to wait till later. You get it right here in the morning. And then we have our live play-by-plays tomorrow. We'll be live in the morning, but then we have the Chiefs. We got the Ravens live tomorrow, guys. The game starts at 8:20 kickoff. I'll be on here about 7:45 live, getting people in the building, readjusting how our live stream works, making sure we have everything set up. We got the lights, we got the screens, we got the cameras, we got sound effects, we got everything for the game tomorrow. All you got to do is come here, 7:45. We'll start conversation for the game. It's a watch party tomorrow. I want you guys to understand that. It's a freaking watch party tomorrow for the game. Chiefs and Ravens. What a game to start the season. Can you believe? Right after that, we got the Eagles, I believe, right? We have the Eagles the next day on Friday. So we literally have Chiefs, Ravens, and right after that, on Friday, we're live right here for the Eagles game as well. So there's a lot happening on this platform. People are going to be coming in here for the live stream, hanging out, smacking that like button, leaving comments, talking smack. That's what we need. We need some awesome opportunities coming in the building. Mile High, we appreciate you stepping into the building right now. How are you doing, Mile High? Let's go. We appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. If I didn't say your name yet this morning, Gina, how are you feeling? Everybody that's coming into the building today, if I didn't say your name yet, I appreciate you. In the chat right now, if you're in the Mason Mob, throw the dice in the chat, put the flag in the chat, put USA in the chat so I can mention your name. I appreciate you guys so much as we continue to build our platform. And when we talk about full politics, boy, oh boy, it runs up in here. People are coming in here left and right going crazy. But got to get it back to sports entertainment, because tomorrow night we're live for our first play-by-play ever in the NFL season. For the regular season, we had some preseason. Some people watch it. But tomorrow, we are going to be live tomorrow night. First in the morning at 10 o'clock, and then at night, 7:45. Games at 8:20, 7:45. I'll be live right here. Come hang out with me. I'm going to have my V-neck, black shirt, backwards hat on. I cannot wait to get those football helmets going on, because when the football helmets get sent here, we're going to be putting those helmets on, giving you our bets, our picks, and who we got winning those games. It's going to be action-packed, because we have Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, two of the best teams in football. We're going to see how they do, how will they pan out, and the kickoff to that season is going to be impressive. I'm excited to watch that. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for jumping on this morning for our show. I hope you guys have a great rest of your hump day heading through today, because we get tomorrow. We're heading closer and closer to the end of the week, and we're diving into football, baby, tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow here at 9:55, 10 o'clock start. And tomorrow night, we have the live game. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys soon. I appreciate and all love to every single one of you guys coming into this live stream right now, leaving a message. I take a screenshot every day of everybody, because when we do what we got to do and this expands to a massive platform, we have offers, big-time offers coming in. I will remember every single one of you guys. Remember, when this uploads, leave a message on the video on YouTube. When this uploads, go back, leave a message on the actual video. I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, and wakes up feeling like himself. Get the rest to be your best with non-habit-forming ZzzQuil. Better days start with ZzzQuil nights.
Move faster than the market so you don't miss out on your dream home. That's just one advantage of having the home team advantage. a team of trusted professionals working together so you can win. Meet your team now at realtor.com/hometeam.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.